Hi and welcome to CBM02 Research Methods. This is just a short introductory video to say hello, so you know what I look like, and also just to tell you a little bit about how the module's going to run this year. As you know from the study pack that I've sent to you out already, we're going to run the module completely as distance learning this year, and so we're going to use a number of different ways of thinking about research methods and using the material. So firstly, you've got your study pack, which includes all the readings and some of the tasks. So that should give you pretty much everything you need to know, in that a lot of what I'm going to say now or is on Student Central I will also have put in the study pack. So use that as your kind of guide. The module outline, as it were, contains details of all the different topics that there are in the module. There are kind of 13 topic areas, and they correspond to 13 folders that you'll find in Student Central. Each one of those folders contains various materials. Sometimes there will be links to online resources, might be links to further reading, might be particular tasks you have to do, and also there will be audio-visual materials to kind of guide you through some of the content. So for example, session 2, which is developing your aims and objectives and writing a research proposal, there's a reading for you to do in the pack, but there's also me talking to some PowerPoints which will be up on Student Central to kind of guide you through what I would normally say were we having a face-to-face session. And what those sessions will do is they will talk you through some of the content, explain some of it, and then there will be pauses at various times for you to do a task or reflect on something or think about something. So you'll be listening to rather a lot of me, I'm afraid, over the next few weeks, but I have got the support of several of my colleagues here, and you can find their details on Student Central as well under staff information. So you'll also have some sessions with Martin de Saul, who you all know already, Audrey Marshall and Fliss Henwood. So between us we hope to kind of guide you through the whole module and direct your study and your readings. So that's the kind of how we're going to do it. Just a couple of other things I'd like to say about using Student Central. I've set up two tech sort of areas on Student Central that we can use in different ways, and you can link through to both of them by clicking on the Tools button. So one is to the Research Methods blog, which is going to be a general space for us to just discuss anything that comes up to do with the module. So I've put a little introduction about myself up there, and it would be great if you two would do that as well when you start off. And then some of the activities in the pack will require you to make some postings on the blog to answer some questions or make some comments or whatever the particular task is. The second thing I've set up is a wiki, and I've set up a wiki for each of us. Mine's called Juliet's Research Proposal, and yours will obviously be called the same except with your own names. I'm going to be kind of joining you on that particular journey because I'm in the process of writing a research proposal myself, so I thought it would be helpful for us all to do it together. And the wiki will enable us to put down some thoughts, but then kind of go back and keep editing and updating those thoughts as we move through the next few months. So it will be a good resource for you, and I thought it would be useful for us to have that separately so it doesn't kind of get lost in the whole blog space. So we'll be able to chart our own progress. And that should be really useful for you, because what I'd like you to be doing throughout the module is, once you've completed the Developing Aims and Objectives session, I'd like you to keep reflecting on your proposal, thinking about the methods as you engage with some of the content of the module and so on. So by the end of it, you should have quite a lot of stuff up on the wiki that you can then use to be formulating your research proposal, which is the second assignment for the module. Talking of assignments, all the details about assignments have already been sent to you in your study pack, and that material is also up on Student Central as well. So I hope that's all fairly clear. Obviously at any point during the module, if you want to talk to me about anything, then do. You can email me, you can post questions up in the blog, or you can give me a ring. You can even come and see me in person. It would be very nice to see you. Okay, so that's pretty much kind of how we're going to run things. Just the last thing I want to say really is what the point of the module is. And you may think, oh, well, that's fairly obvious, it's to kind of get us going on our dissertations. And that's true, the module is designed to do that. It should prepare you for writing your own dissertation, doing your own piece of research. And to that end, you'll be introduced to a range of different research methods, ways of approaching research, all of that kind of stuff. However, the module also tries to get you to think a little bit about the context within which research takes place. So topic 11, for example, is called Research Issues in LIS. And that's where I just introduce you to some of the kind of trends that are going on in research methods at the moment. Now, this is very much my own kind of personal take on it, and certainly involves some research that I've been involved with. So the topics are kind of looking at research relationships between academics and practitioners, looking at evaluation trends, looking at evidence-based librarianship, which is a kind of a new and emerging area. So there are some kind of current topics, if you like, in there, which kind of give you the context of library and information research kind of much more generally. And finally, just a word about the topic 13, which is kind of called the talking heads. That's just where you'll be having more little video clips like this, really, where I and my colleagues will talk about particular research that we've done and try and give you a bit less kind of a formal guide through some topics by just kind of talking probably to a piece of research. So we'll probably have some readings there that you can read, which were kind of the more formal outputs of what we did. But the idea there is so that we can try and replicate some of the interaction that would happen were we face to face, because inevitably you can't. It's quite hard teaching research methods because you kind of need to do research to learn how to do it. And one of the things that we would be doing in class would be telling you kind of anecdotes and stories of how we, survived a particular research project, or just kind of the little bits and pieces that you pick up as you go along, which you often don't read in research methods books. So the talking heads are designed just to kind of give you some insight also into the kind of research that we've been doing here. So I hope you enjoy the module and get a lot out of it, and I will be seeing you on the blogs and on the wikis. Thank you.